Let's get started in a stance towards the front edge of your mat. Take your feet hip width distant, point your middle toes straight forward, bend slightly in your knees, fall forward, grab your opposite elbows and just hang. Let the back of your head go, let your lower back go. Let some length come into your hamstrings. Feel that length fall all the way down out of your hips like a waterfall. Yes. Release your hands now. Bend your knees enough that you can grab onto your toes with 2 fingers and a thumb for Padangusthasana, big toe pose. Hold on and maybe pull a little bit with your arms, as long as that feels good in your lower back. Release your hands now and come up to a halfway lift. Exhale and fold forward. Inhale and rise all the way up to a stance. Bring your arms up with you, gaze up. Bring your hands together to touch. Then bring your biceps back behind your ears. Take a big breath in, lift up. Exhale and drop over to the right. Keep pressing down through your left foot. Take a big breath in and come back up. And then exhale, we'll drop over to the left. Keep reaching out through your fingertips for one more breath out. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, release your hands, grab behind your back, interlace your knuckles, and pull down. Try and reach the heels of your palms together. Nice. Roll your shoulder blades back and together. Reach your chin up to the sky, get your neck free. Take a big breath in here. Exhale, keep your hands bound, forward fold. Bring your arms overhead, stretch your shoulders. Nice. One more big breath in. Exhale, release your hands down. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, plant your palms. We'll step back either to downward facing dog or take it through your vinyasa, through the chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And then downward facing dog. Nice. Take a big breath in and out through your nose. Big breath in, lift up your right leg. Exhale and step your right leg through to a lunge. Wherever that goes is just perfect. Spin your left heel flat and rise up to warrior one. Nice. Reach up with your fingertips. Nice. Straighten out your arms to warrior two. So open your wings, reach out forward and back. Inner front knee reaching forward. Back leg super strong. Big breath in. Exhale into a side angle pose. That might mean your right elbow down to your right knee and your left arm straight up. Or if you're feeling good, you might take your right hand all the way down to the outside of your right foot or the inside of your right foot. And wherever you are, use a little bit of leverage, pressing down to turn open. Beautiful. Turn open from your hips so that your top hip stacks as much as possible over your bottom hip. Nice. Now begin to shift your gaze down to the floor. We're moving into half moon now. Shift a little weight into your right foot and prop yourself up. Maybe you take the balancing variation. Maybe you stay up on your hands. All right, slowly, with balance, with control, moving to revolved half moon. Bring both hands down and then bring your right hand up. Keep reaching back through your leg. Drop your back foot down now to a lunge. Straighten your front leg towards revolved triangle. Take your right hand up to the sky. Open, twist, front leg straightening, back leg still super straight and strong. Gaze down if you need to. We'll transition towards a side plank. Sweep your right foot back to stack on top of your left. One big breath in. Exhale, take your hand down, move through your vinyasa or just back to downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale. Take a big breath in and an open mouth exhale out. Lovely. Inhale and lift your left leg high to the sky. Exhale and step through. Spin your right heel flat and come up to warrior one. Deepen into your breath. Draw your left hip back, reach your right hip forward, but both hips kind of pin together so that your hips are supporting the reach up of your upper body. On an exhale, arms out wide to the side, hips square off to the lovely bay over here. Stretch forward with your left hand, stretch back with your right. And feel your whole spine stack straight up and down. Moving towards side angle now. On an exhale, bring your elbow down and your right hand up. Or you might bring your hand all the way down to the inside of your foot. Wherever you are, use a little bit of leverage, just like on the other side. Press down with your bottom elbow to reach up through your top and turn open. Whenever you are ready, moving towards the half moon. Take your gaze down, shift your hand forward, maybe out to the left a little bit for balance, and come into that balancing half moon. Keep your back foot active. Some people like it turned out, some people like it turned in, but wherever your back foot, your lifted foot is turning, keep it active, and that'll help your balance. Steady now, moving towards revolved half moon. Bring both hands down, and then you lift your left arm up. Very challenging for your balance. And the next pose is as well. Whenever you're ready, you can take your right foot down towards the lunge, straighten into your left leg towards revolved triangle pose. This is a really involved posture. There's a lot of things happening in the revolved triangle. And there's even a lot happening in just this transition. Whenever you're ready, take your front foot back and stack it into side angle pose. On your exhale, through chaturanga, or just back to downward facing dog. If you want, you can take an extra chaturanga on the way back to downward facing dog. Gaze forward to your hands, walk or hop your feet up, and return to that forward fold. Grab your opposite elbows, hang forward, catch your breath. Release your hands. Inhale, come up to a halfway lift. Exhale and forward fold. Inhale, rise up to a one-legged stance. Bring your right leg up with you. Nice. Maintain your balance. Reach down with your right two fingers and grab onto your toes or behind your leg. If you're grabbing behind your leg, you just lift up. You can use both hands if you like. Your left hand can come back down to your hip and your right foot extends forward. Your knee can stay bent or your leg will come all the way straight. It really helps to have a steady gazing point, someplace on the ground that's not moving, to look at. Now release your foot, point your toes and leave it in the air for 5, 4, 3, 2, flick off a light switch, click. And then let it all the way down. Bring your left foot up. And either holding behind your leg in front of the knee, or you can reach 2 fingers down, grab your big toe and extend your foot all the way forward, keeping a steady gaze. If your foot is coming all the way forward and your leg is straight, then roll your upper shoulder, your left shoulder back, so everything can square forward. Steady balance, release your foot, leave it in the air for 5, 4, 3, light switch just above your foot, click, and let it go. Last standing balancing pose, then we'll take it down towards the ground. Bring your right foot up to your inner left thigh, to a half lotus. Hold on to your foot and just press your knee down. That might be enough there. If you want a little bit more, you can start to reach your right hand around behind your back to grab towards your big toe. That might be a lot. Until the hips square back to the front, that's it. If your balance is really, really good, you can start to fold forward into a half lotus forward fold, Ardha Baddha Padmottanasana. With a bent knee, start to rise back up. This is the really fun part. And then release your foot. Woo. And the other side. Left foot up towards your half lotus. Either hold both hands and just point your knee down to the ground, or you can start to reach your left arm around behind your back and clasp for your big toe. If you've got the clasp and your hips feel even, you can start to fold forward. This posture becomes accessible when the notch of your hip starts to accept the blade of your foot. And if that doesn't make sense, it will eventually. Just keep at it. Make your way back up if you folded forward. Awesome, Helen. Wow. Release your foot and let it go. Take your feet out wide, turn your toes out and your heels in a little bit, bring your hands to your lower back, and just press forward into the bones of your hips. Pressing forward into the bones of your hips, you'll feel this takes you pretty deep into the back bend already. One more exhale here. Inhale to rise up. Exhale and sink down into Malasana squat. From Malasana, reach forward hands, back with your hips, and lower back down to the ground. All right. Just a couple more postures before we end. Start with the version of our upper, the half lotus that we did standing. Bring your right foot in towards your hip. And then just start to fold forward. If this is easy, then you can reach your right hand around to grab for your big toe. And fold all the way. Otherwise, keep your front foot pushing as if against an imaginary wall, so that even our leg that's relaxing is still taking some of the work. Rise up, release one side, and take the other side. Start with a forward fold. If this starts to feel really uncomfortable in the blade of your foot, gauge whether or not that's painful. If it's painful, you should back off, but there is a certain amount of discomfort that's just natural in working in towards the half lotus and the lotus pose. Rise back up. Release both feet out long and take your feet wide. Bring your hands right down in front and center to prop yourself up, and maybe that's enough. If you have enough strength and flexibility in your legs to keep your heels moving out and your toes turned up, and you can walk your hands forward and sink your belly towards the earth, maybe your chest, and even prop yourself up on your elbows. Keep your heels active, moving out. Your thighs are rotating free of your upper body. Start to walk your hands back in. Peel yourself back up. Bring your feet together to touch, and we'll lower all the way onto your back from here. Try and keep your feet pressing together. That will help you lower all the way back down. At the bottom, let your hands go, flop open, Supta Baddha Konasana. It's a lower back release, but it's also a very mild lower back bend. If this feels really good, then stay here. Otherwise, take any final motions. You might want to move your head left and right if there's any tension remaining in your neck, or just release in your final Shavasana. Shavasana is a chance to feel your body and to let go of any remaining effort. In Shavasana, take the opportunity to scan your body from head to toe for any areas of tension. And as you watch your breath roll in and out naturally to your body, visualize that you're sending it to those areas of tension. And then on your exhales, it's drawing that tension in and then expelling it out through your breath. Whenever you're ready, start to draw awareness back into your body through your fingertips and your toes. You do not have to be ready now or in 5 or 10 minutes. Take as long in Shavasana as you like to. But if you are ready, stretch your arms and feet in opposite directions. Pick a side, left or right, and roll over into a fetal position on that side and relax. Dissolve into the earth. Feel the support of what's beneath you and be aware that it will always be there to support you. Then at your own pace, make your way up to a simple cross-legged seat. Together, bring your hands towards your heart. Bow to that teacher within with kind thoughts towards yourself. We'll all bow forward and say, Namaste.
Namaste.
Yay! Thank you.